We're going to get a big bunch of coffee, and Chuck is going to start hurling coffee. It's going to be awesome.
Who wants coffee?
And you have to catch it with a big straw.
This reminds me of Nom when the citrus started flying, man. I lost an uncle to an ugly fruit once.
Every time we take this man for fun, this happens. Every time.
No.
We
can't take you anywhere.
What do you mean there's a thing called red bean ice cream? It's a lie. So good morning, everyone. It's now... Tinsel!
About half the audience is not going to get that.
I'm going to start calling string when you're on the ground.
It's a euphemism for something Batman does in his spare time.
It's
helping in the
Batman's
holidays.
guilty pleasure.
So we're all going to watch Scott eat a bagel.
Yay!
I got a bag of meat.
Sweet
And this
baby
says
ring.
cashy on it, so it must be healthy.
Cashy. Hang on, we'll see about that. 5 grams of fat. 0.5 grams of saturated. 0 trans fat, though. That's good. That's good.
Trans fat is like regular fat before it discovered
technically
its
good
true
for your
self.
colon. It makes you
Hi, my name is Vivian. I'm a trans fat.
I guess the polyunsaturated fat, is that the fat that they're open? No one got that. Shut up, all of you. 6 grams of sugars. Insoluble fiber. Sounds like an argumentative kind of element. Yeah, unconsolable fiber.
So welcome to today's panel. It's voice actors wearing black glasses. That's not what Paula Dean called them.
Oh.
I'm hungry.
Oh.
I don't get my blood sugar up. I'm just inconsolable.
Wow, you said Paula Dean and hungry in the same sentence. That seems wrong to me. Because no one turns me off food more than that woman. How would you like her butter casserole?
She cooks like I do. It's all about butter. Look, those are the best mashed potatoes. What's the secret? It's like 1-to-1 ratio. Butter to food. Butter is your friend. Although if you just eat straight butter, it's kind of gross. But I like a piece of toast. I will go half-inch butter, half-inch bread.
God, that's a lot of butter.
Yeah.
And bread, which isn't all that good for you.
Well, I don't eat much bread, so I snosh into my bagel. Snosh is my own word. I just coined that.
Gosh, I like that.
You can use it if you want.
Yeah.
Are you going to patent it?
So who here has had less than 4 hours of sleep? Really?
It's unanimous.
Now, of those hands, who of you have not gone to sleep at all? Oh, someone was like, no, I slept 30 minutes. I shouldn't raise my hand. Like, I saw someone almost go.
Someone was like... Way to raise his hand, buddy fella. Please.
Oh my God! Look at the wonderful cosplay coming down right now. The little aliens from.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
That was awesome.
Can you do the thing? That makes me very happy. Now I'm energetic and it's Sunday morning. I love that. I'm going to just stare at you the entire panel.
She said that's the first question.
Oh my
The
God.
best part of that costume is the giant arm that's coming out the back. It's a puppet! Puppets are real... Oh, you know what? We're going to have to start at the very beginning.
Just like Paula Dean with your puppet racism. Puppetism. Puppets.
That actually makes it sound like he's a puppet rapist or something.
Okay, the words puppet racist just got said. Well, it's all downhill from here.
Puppet rapist. Puppet rapist. Yeah.
Well, you do put your hand up the back. That sounds kind of violating me.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Unless you ask for
But the puppet can't say no.
I guess so. It's the people that just assume you're a puppet and then just put their hand up your backside, whether you're a puppet or not. Back back to J. Michael Tatum!
Don't move this to me. I have nothing to say. That's not true. Oh, we should get started. Do you all have questions? Let's go down the line. Let's ask them questions. Let's just point randomly at people and make them stand up and answer us. How do you guys like that?
How did you get into fan stuff? Yeah.
I joined an Alcohol Anonymous group, and they told me about Science Gate, Soul Leader. So every time that the kid freaks out, I take a shot.
Very
So really what they were saying in A was you haven't hit rock bottom yet. Here's anime.
Exactly. Everyone's like, hey, you got your bourbon in your hand. So 30 days of sobriety, everyone.
Are you sure that's just orange juice in there? No.
Thank you. That was the joke.
The joke was finished.
Scott, you have a question?
I do. So, if I wanted to become a fan, what would be the best way for me to do that? And this is a serious question. Yes.
Get a cup of ice cream, go on TV, bring out a whole bunch of anime and start watching. And cry!
That sounds surprising.
Now, is the flavor of ice cream important, or does it? What flavor would you recommend?
Cranberry.
Cranberry ice cream? That sounds disgusting.
That sounds delicious.
Just cranberry? Like it's cranberry ice cream. They don't make that. Where?
My mother does.
Okay, your mother makes ice cream. Moms don't make ice cream.
Oh.
How? You need like a cow and ice. Milk from the store. Oh, okay, so she has help. Where does she get the cranberries from? Also the store?
She grows them in the back garden.
The bog.
She grows them in her backyard and makes cranberry ice cream.
Wait a minute.
Chef Soul.
Cranberries grow in a bog.
Oh, snap. Do you live on a swamp?
There's no such thing as a cranberry tree.
I don't believe moms exist.
I think lies.
I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on cranberry ice cream. That sounds like, oh, this sounds... It's great for chasing grapefruit chocolate milk.
Haven't you seen those commercials with the dad and the son for Cran Ocean Spray? They're standing in a bog. I don't see your mother in that bog.
Every morning she's like, gotta make the ice cream. Gotta make the ice cream, right?
Is your backyard a bog? Oh, okay, then you don't lie.
I'm gonna find cranberry ice cream now because I just want to sit and eat it and decide for myself. And
Go to a
cry.
mom's place.
Cry eating.
Look, people are coming in. Cry eating, yeah, which we did.
Well, look who finally wandered in. What do you got to say for yourself now? Your mother and I.
We have to know, that's the thing now. Like, we did it last night when we all went to IHOP. We were all cry eating. Well, I was because I was having eggnog pancakes, and we should cry when eating those because I'm like, it's eggnog and pancakes, and there's bourbon on them. I'm like, or rum, or whatever the hell they put in there. But there was alcohol.
Everybody hurts.
And I'm like,
Everybody squirts. Sometimes.
I didn't realize this was 18 and over. I'm sorry.
it's not.
If you have the squirts, why do you have to be 18? I've seen children with the squirts.
Oh.
Why is that over 18?
Okay, too many of you out there are letting your minds go to places that they should not be going right now. So just stop. Just stop. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Squirts means diarrhea.
Thank you.
Of course it
Thank
does.
you.
That in the audience. Good. Only 1, 2, 3 people knew that.
Of course
Who
it
here's
does.
had the squirts in the past 24 hours? Be honest.
I'll be honest, yeah.
Yeah, the door's like, I didn't, thank you.
Who has the squirts right now? Be honest.
Oh, so that's the pencil coming out of there.
Okay.
Oh, and we make it dirty. Not like diarrhea is clean.
We're just going to do punchlines from every joke we thought was funny.
Yeah, this is going to be a recap of on
So
yesterday.
we're gonna do the aristocrats.
Closing ceremonies, be there. The aristocrats. All right.
Who's got any questions?
Who's got a
Raise your
question?
hand.
Yes, don't be
No, we're just
shy.
enjoying this.
Really, are you? Are you really enjoying this?
We can do
Yes.
this the easy way or the hard way. We can stare at you or you can stare at us. Which one?
I'm fine with that.
Let's have a staring contest. Everyone, just stare. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Chuck loses. Damn it, Chuck.
You gotta
I have to blink.
screw his head again.
Time to close the door.
I'm not screwing Chuck's head.
In the gas.
I love Chuck, but I've learned the first.
Last night. I lost.
Why do you think
I
your hair is so wonderful? So soft, like a puppy.
It's like a Q-tip. My hair.
I lost again.
I don't want to go anywhere with that. So many places I want to go. Who's got a question? Who's got a question? Who wants to pick? I'll pick because I asked you.
Yeah, who wants to pick this one hand up?
There was 2.
If we were to create an anime based on the 4 of you, what would it be like?
Awesome. And really random.
It would run for an episode.
Just a episode?
Just an episode, yes.
Wait,
Will we get canceled or will it just blow up?
5 minutes, probably. We're great in small doses.
It would be called Squirt Master.
It would be called Tinseltown.
Tinseltown.
I love that. I love that. Everybody wins with Scott's version.
Tinsel Squirt.
See, what's funny is you weren't even there for that joke, and you just
I can use it.
resurrected the joke. That's exactly what happened. You did. You did.
This is acting at its finest. You take the root sauce, you make it your own, you embrace it.
The Dark Knight squirts.
That's his
Merry Christmas.
So that's the name of the new one with Ben Affleck then?
Oh. Everybody, leave Ben alone.
Batman, the dark elf.
It's not his fault he got cast in something. What's he supposed to do? Huh?
Did they really do that?
Yeah, I think so. That's what the news
That's been
says.
a joke for 10 years.
Oh, I
It's
know.
a DVD release. The Dark Knight decorates. Christmas.
Making Christmas, making
Where is it? Where is it? Where's the tree?
Batman saves Christmas.
I just hope it's as good as his Daredevil.
Oh.
Too soon, Chuck, too soon.
Oh. You're forgetting Gilly.
Too early?
You want to share this? Because I realized
No, good. Monopolize it.
I didn't mean to monopolize it, Chuck. I'm sorry. I thought you had your own because you're important. I didn't know your benefit. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Yes!
Everybody squirts sometimes.
We'll just fall back to that.
I am trying to indicate.
Okay. Tatum, can you rant about Chuck's beautiful hair in France's voice?
How much money do you have on you?
Oh my God, I love
Support
this. Yeah,
you.
look at this. It's so soft. It's like touching a cocker spaniel. I said cocker.
Oh my goodness, that's so exciting!
Look at that face. So handsome. I want to lick it.
I don't understand. Do we have genders?
Doctor, you.
Alright, if you can give your most popular character advice, what would you tell?
Earplugs. Sebastian, wear earplugs.
For everybody, I mean.
We would all say that.
Yeah.
Earplugs.
I would say, spoon.
I'm eating meat.
That's the sequel to The Dark Knight Squirts.
Hey, he just pounded it in.
I think Tatum's lost it.
Tatum scarred.
Oh, shut up. You don't even know what that's about. That's something very personal between you and I. It's funny.
Not anymore. Oh my god. It's public knowledge now. Yes.
Daniel, my brother.
All right.
You are. Let me. Do you still feel the pain?
All right.
Of the you see more than
Now Scott takes over.
I'm eating meat.
Hurry, get it in now.
Right. For all four of you. Which creator of the show? Which of
Daniel is speaking today at a con.
Just talk over him.
which of the creators of the animes or cartoons would you guys like to meet? Like, would you like to meet the creator of Black Butler, creator of Soul Eater, creator of X-Men Evolution, or those other animes?
I've met the creator of X-Men Evolution.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, I work with the creators of the shows. I do. They direct them and voice direct and all sorts of things. Yeah.
Stan Lee is a very hands-on man. I need an adult.
Would you guys do an argument?
Those are the twins.
Hi!
Hi. Those are twins, everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe you.
An argument with Billy, Koga, Kyoya, and Stein about ice cream, cranberry ice cream.
They like to write their own cartoons as we're living. Alright. Hey, that cranberry looks like something that came out of my nose. Cranberry!
Does look expensive.
I don't believe it exists.
Do you remember that panel where Scott McNeil just yelled cranberry?
I remember like it was yesterday.
Wait a minute.
Who's got another question? Don't be shy. Yes, you.
Have you ever tried cosplaying Sebastian?
No.
No.
Next question.
I did cosplay Koga once. Somebody made, a couple of gals, friends of mine from Boston, made this amazing Koga outfit. I'm like, oh Lord. The funny thing was, and this was at MetroCon in Tampa, and I do that con every year, so they know me very well there. And it's always a little difficult getting Scott from A to B because I tend to stop and, and it turns into a little mob scene. So I sit there, I get all pinned into this thing, and I'm going like, oh my God, how the hell are we going to get through the hotel, through the convention center? I walked in full cosplay. And people that I knew well, it's like, I just signed your boob. They would look at me and they're just like, it was totally like, yeah, just cosplay. Like right in the eyes. I went, I have figured out how to infiltrate the hive. If I'd walked into my cities, I mean, we had plans, we had people in cowboy hats running in different directions, and it became just a moment of pure cosplay. And it was like I was assimilated into the Borg.
Deep cover.
They've begun to accept me as one of their own.
See, I would totally cosplay Sebastian because I dig that look, but I would have to have a CL, and well.
Calabrina.
No.
You wouldn't do it?
Because I love Brina dearly with all my heart, but I will pay a very, very hefty price if I make her cosplay as
I see. But that's
Brina
your price.
loves to do things like break into my house and rearrange my
So, but that's how you get back at her then.
There's no getting back at Brina. It's impossible. It's impossible. That's a deal with the devil one has to make.
The friend of the devil is a friend of mine.
Another question? Someone who hasn't asked yet? Because I know you've... well, go ahead, since no one else is beating you.
I know this isn't 18 and over, but I'm curious, have any of you ever met Navishin, and do you have any funny stories that can be told to this audience?
Navishin's under the table right now.
Oh, you just spoiled it.
No, we didn't.
I'm eating meat.
I've met
met Nabashin before, and I won't go into great detail, but I know that the gang that we were with, we were in a con that just happened to be at a hotel right across the street from a Hooters. Well, I mean, and someone was like, oh my God, we should totally take Nabashin to Hooters. That would be funny. And he didn't know what it was. Like, he had no concept. And so when someone explained it to him, he was like, oh yeah, let's go to Hooters. and I did not go on that trip because, there's nothing for me there. But, and so, I mean, the wings aren't that good.
I agree.
And, but when he came back, apparently he had the broadest smile on his face. His wife was with him, and she had the broadest smile on her face. I'm like, that's adorable.
Just goes to show you boobs make everyone happy.
True, boobs make the world go round. Oh, I like boobs. I mean, I'm gay, I'm not dead. Everyone's like, oh, what boobs? Everybody likes boobs. You can't help it. They're aesthetically pleasing. They're boobs. They're boobs. They're just boobs. Just boobs. I shouldn't say that. They're never just boobs.
Especially not in anime.
But it's really funny. I've sat on a couple of 18-up panels with Nabashin in the past, and the best thing about them are the stories he tells as his translator, having to tell those stories. Like, it's always some little woman who's just the shyest, kindest, most demure little thing you could imagine, and she's going, so I broke into this house, and it just goes like, oh, I can't even say more, but like the stories he tells and the stories, I think he just makes them up to have his interpreter get embarrassed.
Fine.
I'm staring into the eyes of a Muppet. It's really weird.
You creepy
It's the miracle of puppetry. It's like, I'm going. I'm making eye contact. Maybe it's because we're talking about boobs.
His eyes do kind of look like boobs.
Comes out as you walked in with boobs. Everybody touch your Now touch your neighbor's boobs.
Wait.
I never met her in my life.
You're a liar.
Men can get away with that, they won't.
More questions. Don't be shy. Come on. Ask. Make stuff up. It doesn't matter. No? Well, thank you all for coming.
Been great.
We can discuss other glands of the human body.
Right.
Yes.
It's all you. We will see.
I'm not too sure about him. Have you and Brina ever, like, when you were recording?
Make love? No, never.
No.
Question's that.
I don't think she asked that.
No, our mind goes in weird places.
Oh my.
Oh my.
But have you all ever, like, started arguing when you were recording for, like, Black Butler for no apparent reason? I can imagine that.
No, I mean, we have to understand something. We don't, when we're doing dubs, we don't record together. It's impossible, because the timing, you can't get it's hard enough for a single human being to match the flaps or the animation movements of the mouth. Getting two people to do that in time is it is impossible, and it's almost never ever done. So either she records first or I record first. So if we have arguments, and we don't really, but if we did, it would be an argument over a period of weeks where we would like say something in someone's pre-roll, and then hear it 4 weeks later and respond to it, and then you would hear the response 3 weeks later when you came into the next scene, so whatever. So we don't really argue. I mean, Brina and I are very dear friends. I make fun of her all the time because she does like to break into my house and rearrange my furniture. That is true. But like, we don't really argue at all. I mean, like, we just don't do that. We're not, I mean, we're actors, so we make it look very believable. But, I don't know, when Brina and I do sit down and, like, have a nice glass of wine together at dinner, it's like, I don't know, she's a lovely human being, and we have great conversations about life, the universe, and everything, and I can't think of a single disagreement she and I have ever had. Which is, it's very true, very true. I mean, I don't...
She doesn't like fast zombies, she only likes slow zombies. So.
And I agree. I think fast zombies are kind of cheating. But, I mean, they're just dead things on. We make it look natural.
Do it in the eyes. It's all in the eyes.
It's all in the hip movement.
It's all acting, man. I tell you.
No.
When I was a little kid, I thought that's what cartoons were. I thought it was people wearing cartoon suits.
I thought the same thing.
Casper the Friendly Ghost was a kid in a ghost suit.
Right. And I was always wondering, why don't they give us this technology? Why as a kid, I really wanted like the Casper the Ghost suit that I could wear and become that character, and I couldn't find it.
Is the staring contest over?
No.
What?
No.
Yep, winner.
That is Leanne and Michaela. Am I right?
Close enough.
What is it? Michaela and
Michaela and Leanne.
Leanna. Yeah. There you go.
So
draw attention to you, yes.
Faggot Wolverine friend?
Yes. Nom 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 nom.
Yep.
Spooky alien.
I got nothing.
You're speechless?
I'm in trance. I can't stop staring into your eyes.
Hey, I'm down here.
Hey, I'm down here.
It's too early.
What is your favorite abridged series?
Abridged series. I haven't seen a lot of them, so I don't. Oh, you're like. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll work on that. I'll get back to you.
The only one I've ever seen, I'll be honest, is somebody showed me a bunch of DBZ abridged. Because after 2 years of walking around going, I'm going, why am I yelling dodge? What's your favorite candy? Nerds. Goddamn Yoshi.
Why am I saying that? Why do these people keep asking me this?
I sounded like you.
Quick to the big one now.
So somebody showed it to me, and I went, this is funny as hell. And I've actually met the 4-star guys that do it, and they're funnier than we are, so it's just I'd sit back and like, puppetry.
I like the abridged novels in the back of Reader's Digest.
Yeah.
Those are good. And I like Shakespeare abridged.
To be!
The end. To be... Oh, they're dead.
Pick someone.
Dead for a ducat.
What's everyone's favorite band?
Band?
Band.
I'm a big fan of the Decemberists right now.
Woo!
I'm old school. I'm a Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band guy. And I like REM. Everybody hurts. Really dig. They talk about cranberry ice cream and holding up watching anime. I'm like that with the 10,000 Maniacs. I think that Natalie Merchant's voice is just so like wow. I'm still into that.
I'm a big Radiohead fan. I love
Woo!
Yeah. It's hard to pick a favorite band though, but they're among my favorites. So.
I have such eclectic taste in music, there is no way on earth to answer that. My iPod is so weird it overheats just from straying. There are things sitting next to each other that should never be. It's like Creeps, Hall of the Mountain King right next to Disturbed. I love their songs because every single one starts with a monkey sound.
I like the Monkees.
I like the Monkees.
I saw them in concert like 4 or 5 months ago.
Really?
Yeah. They did a great tribute to Davy Jones. It was awesome.
Take the last train to Clarksville,
And I'll meet you
at the station. You can be here by 4:30, and I'll make your reservation. No, it's not. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. I don't know if I'm ever.
You guys can join in.
Little known fact, Axl Rose stole his entire shtick. First of all, he stole his voice from Ethel Merman, and he stole his whole moves from Davy Jones and the Monkees. It's true, that whole like ice skating shit, that whole. You watch those Monkees episodes.
I'm not. Yeah, it's like, oh, I could hide neath the wing of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never. Where are you going? Down! Sit your asses down!
She's going to get some cranberry ice cream.
Get out!
Where did Sam Kinison come from?
I can't.
Well, now that we've gotten rid of them, we can get really serious.
Get with her imaginary ice creams.
There's nothing for you out there.
Nothing for you.
All right, everyone take off your shirts. That was a joke. Keep your shirts on. Oh, except you. You're good. Take your shirt off.
Another question, for God's sake.
He's dragon.
Blondie.
Tatum,
Yes.
in Sebastian's voice, can you say how attractive Claude looks in a miniskirt?
Hell no. Hell no. Fuck that guy.
Figuratively or literally?
Oh!
I think it's a euphemism.
That was totally cool. You guys both put your hands up, and they were like geometrically exactly the same. They were in it's like it was like standing between two mirrors, which you should never do, by the way.
Yes.
You will lose your soul. Trust me.
How do you feel about the gun scene?
It's a nun scene. I thought it was hysterically funny. I thought it was great. I mean, it's not like I'm like, oh my god, I have such deep, profound feelings about this particular 2-second moment of a series. I mean, it's like I saw the nun scene. I thought it was great fun, and then the things I had to do to record it, according to Ian's standard of excellence, was sometimes difficult. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was hysterical. I had to dirty dance with the microphones. Movement and everything while Ian watched me. It was really weird. He kept throwing cigarette butts at me. I don't know why, but apparently it did help the performance somehow.
You say while eating lunch meat?
Have you eaten today? While eating lunch meat. I have done things in the booth while eating lunch meat, but not the nun scene.
There's a scene where a character is like stripping a nun, and so the director thought it'd be really funny if I was actually thrusting into the microphone stand to do it, and the whole time I'm all right, done. How's that? He's like, good. And his face is right when going, you're a perverted son. Bastard.
I love Ian even more now.
Yeah.
Making you do that.
Yeah. Pick. Someone pick.
There's someone in the front that has their hand up for a while.
That's Daniel.
That's Christian.
That's Christian.
Yes.
Christian.
Yes.
Christian is traveling tonight.
What's up, Ian?
Sister Christian. Sister Christian.
I don't think you're ever going to be able to answer your question.
Alright, since you guys said about music, Jim Tatum, do you remember being Jim Walsh for Beck Mongolian Chop Squad?
Yes, for the 5 minutes I had in the booth for that character. Yes, Beck, Mongolian Chop Squad. Anyone seen Beck?
I love Beck.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, Beck is one of my all-time favorite shows, and it was kind of early days for me because I'd only done 2 things in the booth before that. It was Samurai 7 and then Speed Driver. And then he threw me in the booth to be like, you're going to play this complete douchebag, like, music promoter for, like, all of 5 seconds. Like, he has literally 2 scenes and, like, 3 lines. But I loved it. I love getting to say I was in that show because I think that's one of the best damn shows I've ever seen. Because I'm a music nerd. I mean, most of us are in this business. We either have a musical background or, you know, whatever. So Beck is amazing. If you've not seen Beck, you should treat yourself. Become better people. Watch it. Thank you. You there with the spectacles there. Yes, you. You have glasses like us. You've joined the club. Spectacles.
Will there be a season 3 of Mike Butler?
I don't know. I'm an actor. They don't tell me that shit. I'll know there's a season 3 probably 3 months after you do, because they'll call me. I only know this stuff when the talent agent calls and says, "Hey, so they need you for season 3 of Black Butler." I'm like, "Oh, holy shit! There's a season 3." Yeah. So I have no idea. I have no say so about that. I'm sorry. I hope there is. I've heard rumors, but you know they're rumors. I've heard all sorts of rumors over the years. I learned to just ignore them. Rumors are still rumors, yes. But, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I would love it if there was a season 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 10. I love the paycheck. And I love doing the Sebastian voice. I never get sick of it. It's like Sebastian's voice just opens doors for you. True story, I was in Oklahoma, I think, a year ago, and I had been doing the Sebastian voice all weekend, and it's just a fun voice to do, you know, it's very charming, and everyone's like, oh, goodness, and there's something about just the English voice that, it was the old Eddie Izzard bit where, like, in the English voice, you could say anything, like, oh, hello, how are you, native person, wonderful, do you like these beads, do you, nice and shiny, you take these, and I'll take all the land from here to the horizon, thank you. You can really do that in a British voice, any other accent doesn't work. But I decided, like, the con was over and I was there for an extra couple of days in this hotel, which had gone back to that horrible place we called Norbo after the con had left town, which was very depressing. So I decided, I'm still on. I'm not ready to not be in con mode. So I went around doing the Sebastian voice to just normal people, including the concierge. And I made some reference to, like, I'm sorry, darling, can I bother you for a reference to a good steak place or something around town? I'm just starving to death. And she was like, what is that coming out of your mouth? Stop. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm just totally playing around going, oh, I'm sorry. Is the accent a little thick? Some people have trouble with it. I'm so sorry. I can slow down if you like. And she's like, no, stop. Hey, Deborah, come here. Deborah. She pulls her friend Deborah over to her. She's like, say something. And I'm like, hello, Deborah. How are you? Lovely afternoon. And she's like, no. See, if you were my boyfriend and you talked like that to anybody else, I would kick your ass. I'm like, I'm so screwed now. I have to do this voice the rest of my time in this hotel or she's going to kill me. Let's see, someone who hasn't asked yet. Are you the redhead in the third row?
Oh, have you ever seen the Black Butler musical?
No, I've seen clips, but I've not seen the whole thing yet. No. Is it good? Should I watch it?
Yeah, there's 2 of them, and they recently redid the second one.
So there's 3 of them, really?
Yeah, technically.
In their live action movie too.
I think there's one in the works.
It's coming out in January.
Is it true that you'll be doing voice work for Black Butler on Ice?
Shh, we're keeping that a secret.
All right. Black Butler's one of the new Disney princesses.
I'm Leanne, then Leanne. Right there. Yes, you.
Do you guys watch a lot of stuffed anime?
I just bought a TV like 2 years ago. We just got technology in Canada, so for us watching anime would actually having to set up the old camera and the film mounted. I don't watch television. Period. Done. End of story. Takes away from my video gaming.
Yeah, great.
I mean, I prefer, when I watch stuff, usually I'll watch, usually Chuck and I also do adaptive writing for dubs, and so we typically watch anime before it's dubbed because we have to write it, but then we usually have access to the translation, so the subs are often done at the same time as the dub by a different department when they're released and all that officially. So no, when I do watch an anime, it's usually one that I've been in. This
is why we can't have nice things.
Shut up, sitting on my hand. Now I know how muffins feel.
Billy, how do you feel about clowns?
Clowns?
Why?
Clowns? Clowns hate Tangellalalalos. And they will destroy us all! Destroy us all! Destroy us all!
Good measure.
Oh, you tricked me. I know what you wanted, Leanne.
We were talking about classic cartoons earlier. Is there like a classic cartoon that you would have loved to do voice work for?
Speed Racer.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
Scooby-Doo himself? Scooby-Doo himself?
Anybody, I don't care.
Old Man Withers, I don't know, I don't give a damn. I just want to be in Scooby-Doo.
Here's a weird story, because I always get go, how do you start doing voiceover? Because I did Scooby-Doo 2, the live thing. And this is how you become the new voice of Scooby-Doo, and you replace the man who has been doing it for like 25 years. You work as a grip in Australia, where they happen to be shooting the first Scooby-Doo film. And about halfway through shooting, somebody went, is there anyone around who can fucking do the voice of a dog? And of course, everybody can Scoob. Everybody Scoobs. And so, I can't remember the guy's name, so, it's like a big pole or something. It's like, he does pretty decent Scoobies. So they goes like, and they went, that's fine. Great. So for the rest of the movie, his job is to kind of just, so the other actors know what's going on. Dub this in, they go in, they finish, they're doing post-production on it. They bring in, it's like, and so he goes, I think I like the other guy better. So he became the voice of Scooby-Doo when we shot in Canada. But he was up there for 4.5 months, and his job was to walk around with a styrofoam Scooby-Doo head and just do all the. So that's how you break a voice actor. You become a grip in Australia for a really horribly made adaptation.
They're all horribly made adaptations.
Thanks, you paid me a lot of money. When they ripped off my mask, I turned out to be Alicia Silverstone. If it wasn't for
Chuck?
What? Cartoon?
Like old Bugs Bunny. That'd be fun.
I would say any Warner Brothers cartoon. Actually, even some of their new stuff.
Yeah.
Animaniacs would be cool. That would be
I would give it, and the one thing that my favorite role in modern cartoon history is Maurice's take on the Brain from Pinky and the Brain.
Or The Tick. That'd be fun to be
my
in.
God. I was the one that told fucking Susan Blue about the comic book The Tick, and she's like, off to LA and boom, and suddenly I'm going, I was the one that turned you on to that.
Aww.
Speaking of the monkeys, because the original voice of Arthur on The Tick was Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees.
Really?
Now you've learned something now, haven't you? Listen, it all got very quiet. Knowledge.
Processing.
Right there.
Yes!
Oh God.
What's not most enjoyable? Prank. Just pranks that you guys have done to each other, to other cast members.
She wants to know what the most enjoyable prank
I skinned one of my co-workers and left their body for dead in their trunk.
That's good.
That's the prank of all pranks.
We're so alike.
Yeah. Was that too dark?
I poisoned Tatum's coffee this morning.
Yeah, that's not true.
Chuck, this is like the third time this con you've
That's
done
just
that.
me.
You gotta stop, you know.
He just won't die. No, but I get the squirts like a son of a...
I think Chuck wants to be Sebastian in season 3.
I had my favorite prank, and
I'm not much of a pranker. Like I'll leave bombs in the booth for
It's
other
often
actors.
involves farting.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It always
Like,
involves farting.
and I'll just hotbox